Hello YouTube, welcome to Ambrose Landscaping YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a quick video on the ABCD factor. I just spent 12 minutes recording myself off the computer to post real quick, but the audio doesn't match up with the video, so it looks really dumb. So now I got to turn to my GoPro, which I didn't want to do. So today I'm going to try to have to do this real quick since I just lost 12 minutes. Today we're talking about the ABCD factor, and this applies to, I think, anyone in business, especially landscaping business. This is something I actually learned off of YouTube a couple years ago. I forgot the guy who did it. If I find him, I will put his description down in the description below, the link to his video. But today we're going to talk about the ABCD factor, and this applies to anyone in business, especially landscaping. And so what this is this is your jobs, and we're going to go over each one. First, let's go ahead and get started with this. Right now it is definitely fall time, and so right now is the time where there's two times where people are looking for landscaping companies. It's in the springtime and it's in the fall/winter time. In the springtime, everyone's looking for landscapers because either they weren't happy with their landscapers the previous year, the landscaping company went out of business over winter because they didn't save up enough money, or they just weren't smart with their finances, so they went out of business, or they just decided to go with a different trade and just close their business. So springtime is a very busy time to do it. But also so is fall and winter time. And the reason why is because if you do year contracts like what we do, your contracts are coming to an end in December, and they're looking to hire a different landscaper to sign January 1st. So that's why we're going to post this video for you guys, because we all need help with this. This is something that we found about a couple years ago on YouTube, and so it's helped us, and we use it every single year because it's just crazy. So let's start with this. ABCD. You learned this in school, I hope. So we're going to start with A. So A, jobs. These are your jobs where you're making very good profit. You're there for a very short amount of time. The client's very easy to get along with, and it's just it looks an amazing, it's just an easy job. It's easy money, and those are your A jobs. Your B jobs are your jobs where they're not as profitable as the A. They take a little bit more time, but you still make more profit, and they're good jobs. You got your C jobs where you don't make as much money. They pay your bills. They take a little bit more time. The client may be a little hard to get along with, but they're okay. Like I said, they pay your bills. You're kind of going even with them, which you don't really want to do that because in business it's all about making profit. And then you got your D jobs. Everyone has these clients where these are the jobs where they take forever. They take forever to do. The client's constantly calling you, emailing you, coming out saying, oh, you missed this spot. Can you do this? Can you do this? They ask you to do more work on top of what you're getting paid for, what you charge them for. And they're very time consuming, and you're making no money from them. And they're taking time away from your top jobs. And so we actually had to do this. Like I said, we do this every year, because what happens is that in a business, in a growing business for landscaping, when you're growing, we take on new clients, and so we take on many jobs. And of course, in the beginning of the year, we take on as many jobs as possible because either you're growing or you hired a new person, so you need to get more hours. So what happens is that when we start taking on so many jobs, after a while, we start to see what that client is. So what you need to do is you need to write down a list on every single client you have. And with those clients, give them a letter, an A, B, C, or D. And you need to go over, like I said, you need to go over, are you making profit? Are you losing money? Are they taking a lot of your time? Or is it a very fast, easy, go, mow, blow, go, or whatever, and you make really good profit? And is it easy to get in and out, make good money? And when you do that, you'll see what jobs are the most time consuming, especially those clients that are headaches. The ones that you're constantly having to call and email because they said, hey, did you do this? Can you do this, 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 this? You don't want to do that because your time is valuable. And like they say, time is money. And in a business, if you're spending your time on worthless things, it's not good. So, and another thing that's bad is that your focus should, your focus should be on your AB jobs, but you're focusing too much on your CD jobs. And what happens is when you start focusing on your CD jobs, you start losing your AB. And what stinks is that the ABs are hard to find. You know, for us, it's commercial accounts, condo associations. And if we lose those, people keep texting me. If you lose those, they're really hard to get back. And when you start focusing on these, you lose these, and then you go out of business. And I think that's why a lot of companies go out of business, because they're focusing their priorities are not on their top jobs, they're on these jobs, because they're trying to make these people happy when they're not paying the money that you should be making. It's a really important factor. I believe that. Earlier this year, like I said, if you follow our YouTube channel, I was working about 70 hours a week. I had an employee earlier this year we had to let go because of some situation that happened, and because of that I was working a ton of hours. And what sucked about that was I was putting my focus on these CD jobs, because the clients, you know, they were constantly asking, oh, can you prune this little bush and do this? And it was just too time consuming. And so my other clients saw that, and luckily one of my clients stopped me and said, hey, I can tell that you're very stressed out and you're getting behind on your jobs, and you have to pretty much tell me, focus on your right jobs or get rid of some. So that's what we did. My wife and I went on a trip down to Las Vegas. It was an enjoyable trip, but not really, because, you know, it was by myself. I had all this work to do, and, you know, I tried my hardest to get as much done. And so what we did was, when we were on the airplane, we wrote down, like we do every year, all of our jobs that we have, and then we placed them A, B, C, or D. And we put the jobs that we liked the most, that are the easygoing, and then the ones that we hated. The ones that were the C, D, some of the C's we kept, all the D's we got rid of. We got rid of like maybe 7 clients, which is not that much. And just to let you guys know, just because someone has, if I have 10 clients and someone has 100 clients, that doesn't mean he's more profitable. Just to let you know, because I can be charging $1,000 for my, you know, 10 clients, and the other guy is charging 25 for his 100. So just to let you guys know, it doesn't matter how many yards you guys mow. If you go for the big accounts that you make a lot of money, then that's great. And that's another factor we're going to talk about, because that's something I learned years ago. Hopefully we'll have time. We probably won't. But anyways, I lost my train of thought because people are texting me. And so on our trip, you know, we went over all of our jobs, about which ones were more important, and we got rid of the crappy ones and we kept the good ones. And since we did that, our big accounts, they're signing our, you know, year contracts again. They're looking really good. We took on more, like I said in a couple of videos ago, we just took over Costco. And if I would have kept these CD jobs, I wouldn't have time to take over Costco, and I would have got overwhelmed, and it would not have been good. So it's important that you do this, because like I said, every year we bring on all these new jobs because we want to grow our business, and sometimes we're picking the wrong jobs to choose. And with us, we actually have a certain criteria. Before, we used to take on any job, because you do that when you start your business. But when you start growing, it's important to choose the right jobs. So now we actually have a checklist. With, if anyone calls me and says, hey, we want you to take care of our yard, I ask them, is it weekly maintenance or is it bi-weekly? Do you have an irrigation system or do you not? Do you want to do a year contract or no contract? And if they say no to all those or whatever, and they have one that I don't like, we don't take them on. Because if my jobs don't look good when I leave, if I can't look at mine and my lines aren't straight, the grass isn't green, the weeds aren't picked, if I'm not going to leave my name on that. And we're going to talk about it in another video. And we're going to start doing more of these videos, helping you guys grow your business, because it's important. And, you know, we've been getting a lot of emails and calls about, you know, business advice. And so we're going to start giving you guys that. And so it's just really important. Like I said, this is an important factor. There's a lot of other ones that we're going to do. I don't have time because I got to be leaving in like 5-10 minutes. And I probably won't get this uploaded. It is Monday morning, 8:22. By the time I get the video uploaded to my computer, saved, and then uploaded to YouTube, I probably won't be able to upload it till tonight. And like I said, I recorded a 12-minute video, but it didn't work on my computer. So definitely, like I said, now that we're coming up to the end of the year, it's very important that you focus on your right jobs, your A and B jobs, because especially if you do your contracts like what we do, this is when people decide if they're going to sign with you or not, because of how you did it over the year. And this is just what, you know, this is if from, you know, I listen to, of course, business tapes every single day I work. I listen to business advice. I have about 3 or 4 businessmen that I listen to almost every single day, and we'll talk about it another day. I mean, earlier this year, me and my wife went over to Ohio back in April, and we went to a provision it's called the Provision Conference for Entrepreneurs that my pastor put on, that I've been listening to for years, that gives out business advice. And we were there, and we learned a lot from that conference, and we're going to go back again this next year because it was just amazing. And mostly their conference was about focus and focusing on the right jobs, focusing on the right things. And like I said, when you start focusing on your CD jobs, you start losing your AB. And when you lose your AB, you go out of business because your CD don't pay your bills. Or they maybe pay your bills, but if you're in business and you're not making profit, then you're not going to be in business much longer, because the profit's what keeps you going. So anyways, I hope that helped you guys. A couple other videos we're going to do. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you have 10 yards, if you have 100 yards, if you have the good paying jobs, it doesn't matter how many you have. I don't have that many accounts. I talk to guys that have like 75, 100 lawns that they do. We have probably less than 20, 25 accounts, but some of them, they're large condos. Like one of them is a 21 condo association, the other one's a 15. And then we just took over Costco. We have Discount Tire, and we have a couple of small commercial accounts. And I don't like having a big amount of, whatever. We're going to talk about that in another video, because we're already at 11 minutes and it won't upload right now. So anyways, we have tons of advice we want to give you guys to help you grow your business. In February, it'll be our 5th year in business. And it continues to grow and grow and grow. So, oh, and the people that are calling me, I love your calls, I love your emails, but I don't pick up out of state. I don't pick up any phone calls from anyone that called me off of YouTube. I appreciate the phone calls, and I appreciate that you guys are calling me for advice, but I don't have the time to pick up my phone, and I have to keep my phone open for my clients. And like I said, that's my focus. I got to focus on my clients. So hopefully these videos help you guys. If you send us emails, we usually try to get to them. Sometimes we don't, because I do all my stuff by emails, which we'll do in another video. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps you guys, the ABCD factor. And we have plenty more advice to give you guys, so stay tuned, and we'll continue to upload more videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time on Ambrose Landscaping. Take care.